Hey everyone, I am a 34, almost 35 week pregnant dermatologist, and I was thinking back on all of the shots that I have had up to this point to get to 35 weeks pregnant with this baby girl, because we did IVF, and I thought I would just calculate it for you. Mind you, this was a 2-year process, and we did multiple rounds of IVF, so there were a lot of shots involved. So this was my first retrieval. This was 10 days of Follistim and Menopur, so 2 shots a day for 10 days. That's 20 shots. And then the trigger shot. I don't even remember where the other calendars are, but I did IUI then after that, about 1 year later. My follicles were not growing fast enough, so then I had to do 2 injections of Follistim and then 1 injection of HCG and then another one because the first one didn't work or something. So I think that's 4 shots for my intrauterine insemination, and this also did not work. Then I did a second round of egg retrieval in November of last year, and so leading up to that was another 12 days of injections of Follistim and Menopur, and so that's another 24 shots, and then of course the trigger shot, so another 25 shots. Okay, then I geared up for my first transfer in January of this year, 2023. And for that, we tried to do a naturally timed cycle, like a natural cycle where I did not suppress my own body's hormones, natural FET. And for that, I believe I just did the trigger shot. I'm kind of forgetting now. It's all blurring together. Long story short, it did not work. I was devastated. And then fast forward, I was traveling for work a lot, blah, 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 needed to take a break, let my body heal. We tried again in May for a transfer. And so leading up to that, I remember clearly I started Lupron shots April 9th, and that continued for like a month. Okay, so I did a daily shot of Lupron until May 5th. I'm like looking at my calendar. And then I started intramuscular progesterone on May 6th. And then I did that every day for 6 weeks. And guys, that was like literally the most painful thing I've ever experienced. The needle is 1.5 inches long and it has to go into your gluteus muscle. I couldn't do it myself, so I lied down. My partner, Matt, who is not in medicine, he had to learn to stab me. Like, it goes in deep. You have to hub the needle. Like that whole 1.5 inch needs to go into the butt muscle. So he would stab me, inject it, and the progesterone is suspended in oil, so it comes out really slowly too. And so he would have to push with all his might with his thumb on the plunger. It would take like 10 seconds for it to go in. And that wasn't even the worst part, honestly. The worst part was that every day, like clockwork, 6 to 8 hours after, I would be bedridden with fevers. And it felt like I had 2 metal balls in my butt because I was forming a reaction to the progesterone. And anyways, I did that for 6 weeks, daily shot in the butt. So I just did some quick math, and I think that totals up to 168 injections. Most of them were self-administered in my belly, except for all the progesterone ones that were straight into my gluteus muscle. And every shot was worth it because I get to meet this one in a month, and I'm just praying for a smooth and healthy remainder of pregnancy, smooth and healthy delivery. But to all my IVF mommies out there, those of you who are still walking this journey with infertility, going through treatments, I feel you, I see you. I know how difficult it is, and my heart just goes out to you. It is so physically and mentally difficult, and just, we're warriors. And I also want to send out some encouragement to not give up hope, because that was the hardest thing for me, was still trying to remain hopeful despite all of this crap going on. But just remember, you are stronger than you think, and we're all in this together. Shots and all.